Hi again, we will be doing some algebra, and here's a question where you have to solve for x. So to solve this rational expression for x, the first thing you want to do is look for the lowest common denominator, and the lowest common denominator here is going to be 12x, goes 4 and 3 here, so 12, and then you have x there. Once you know what the lowest common denominator is, just multiply everything in here by the lowest common denominator. Okay, so you're multiplying everything by 12x. So basically you're going to have a 12x multiplied to this, 12x multiplied to this, 12x multiplied to this, and 12x multiplied to this. Okay, so now here in the first one, 12x times 2, you're just going to get 24x. Here, before you multiply this 12x into here, you have to reduce with the 3. So if you see here, 3 goes into itself once, and it goes into 12 4 times. So that means you have to take that 4x, and you remember, so you still have a negative sign here. That's 4x, and you multiply it in the x plus 2 now. Okay, here also reduce, 4x goes, and 12x just gives you 3. So that would equal 3. And here the 12 goes, or the 4 goes to 1, and the 12 becomes 3. So you multiply everything in here by 3x, and remember you have that negative sign. So you put 3x, and then 2 minus x. I don't advise you that you multiply the 3x and the 2 and the minus x right away. Write it like this, because that negative here is a sign changer. And if you don't do that, what is going to happen is you forget to multiply the negative in here and change that to positive, and that's going to give you the wrong answer. Okay, so let's continue with this. So we have 24x minus, that's going to give me 4x squared minus 8x equals 3. And then here we're going to get minus 6x squared, and or sorry, just minus 6x, okay, because 3x times 2 is just 6x, and then negative times negative is positive, and that's going to give me positive 3x squared. Okay, now the best thing to do in this situation here is move everything to this side, and so therefore you're going to have 0 on the left side, and then when you move, so let's just rewrite it here, 3 minus 6x plus 3x squared. When you move this in here, all the signs in front are going to change. So that's going to become minus 24x, and that's going to become plus 4x squared, and this is going to become plus 8x. Okay, let's collect like terms, 0 equals, and in this situation now, you collect like terms, so you're going to get 7x squared, and the x's are negative 30x plus s minus 22x. And then the 3 by itself there, so plus 3. Now to factor this, because you have a leading coefficient that you cannot factor out as the greatest common factor, what I do, I don't use decomposition, I use my tricky method here. So 7 times 3 is 21. So I rewrite this as 0 equals x squared minus 22x plus 21. I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to give me 21 and add to give me negative 22. So this basically factors into x minus 21, x minus 1. And after that, just remember, because you have a 7 right here, and you kind of took a shortcut here to get this, but this is not your answer. You still have to remember that 7 right there. So what my tricky way of factoring is to take that 7 now and divide both these numbers by it. Okay, and let me just take this to the other side right here. And what you end up getting, 0 equals x minus 3, because 21 divided by 7 gives you 3, and then this one doesn't divide the 1 and the 7, so what you end up with, just stick the 7 right in front of the x there, 7x minus 1, and this is factored. Okay, and therefore x here will give you 3, and this will give me positive 1 over 7. So these are the two answers to this question. Okay, so now I'm just going to do one more question with you. It's solving for the variable. Okay, so here's a question. They give you So again here, solve for x. You have a equals 3b over bx minus c. And they want you to solve for x here. As I said, solve for x. So to be able to do this, the best tool is, I always tell you, cross multiplying is amazing, because cross multiplying in this kind of situation allows you to put the a where this is and bring the bx minus c where the a is. Cross multiplying allows you to do that. Just take it for granted from me. Okay, so bx minus c would equal 3b over a. And now what you want to do, you want to move that negative c to the other side. So you have bx equals 3b over a minus, or plus c. When you move the c to the other side, it becomes plus c. Now all you need to do is just cross multiply the b to the other side, and when it crosses, goes to the bottom, but you cannot do that yet. Why? The only way you could move the b is to have a lowest common denominator here. So this is over 1. So to do a lowest common denominator here, I have to multiply this by a and multiply this by a. So I have bx equals 3b, sorry, multiply that by a there, 3b plus ac, a times c, all over a. Now you could cross multiply the b to where the a is, and just the b goes and gets multiplied right here. And then for x would equal 3b plus ac all over b a, or ab, if you want to write it in alphabetical order. Okay, make sure you don't cancel these b's, because that plus sign doesn't allow you to do that. And that's it. As always, thanks again for watching. Till next time, bye-bye.